To begin, measure out 50 grams of your starter and dilute with 200 grams of tepid water. Add 200 grams strong white flour, 50 grams wholemeal, and roughly mix it together. Leave around 8 hours at room temperature. Your starter should now be fizzing with life. Dollop 110 grams into a jar or bowl, add 320 grams of water and give it a good stir. Now add 400 grams of white flour, 40 of wholemeal and 10 of salt. Mix together into a loose dough. Cover and leave for 20 to 30 minutes while the ingredients get to know each other. Rather than kneading the dough, you're going to stretch it. Ease the dough away from the bowl and gently stretch it as far as you can without breaking it. The dough will still be fairly loose. Cover again, leave for 20 odd minutes and repeat the stretching process. You'll see that the dough is getting stronger and stiffer. Do the whole stretching thing a total of 3 or 4 times, cover so it doesn't dry out, and leave for around 12 hours at room temperature. While this rising stage requires no exertion from you, it's worth noting that hot summery weather will speed things up and a cool wintry kitchen will slow things down. When the dough has roughly tripled in volume, it's ready to shape. You'll see that the dough is full of gas and you want to try and keep as much of it as possible trapped inside. Flour your work surface and gently turn out the dough. Rub some flour on your hands and shape the loaf by pulling first one side out and folding it into the center, and then the other. Turn 90 degrees and repeat the folding process. Flip the loaf over so this seam side is down and shape using your little pinky fingers to draw the bottom of the loaf inwards as you turn it. The goal is to create as much surface tension as possible. Flour a banneton, or whatever you're using instead, lift in the dough, lightly flour and store in a freezer bag or anything that will stop it drying out. Pop into the fridge for around 12 hours. It's now time to bake. Heat a cast iron pot for 30 minutes at 240 degrees Celsius. Remove your loaf from the fridge, oh so carefully take the pot from the oven, tap out the loaf and lift into the pot. Replace the lid, remembering to use oven gloves, and bake for 30 minutes. Finally, remove the lid and continue baking for another 15 or 20 minutes until it's a deep brown colour. The browner, the better the flavour. Fish out the risen loaf and place on a cooling rack. Once it's cool enough to handle, it's ready to slice.